EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL, once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today we've got an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons.
Twenty-two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Atlanta. Gets past one man. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he went from being the surprise pick of the first round to the full-time starter late in the season, and now he has a chance to take this team to new heights starting in 2025. Really was impressed with him down the stretch, going head-to-head with Jaden Daniels in a huge game. Now he could be their franchise quarterback for the next 10 years.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's good.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now they'll come up 2nd and 7. Penix working out of the gun here. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it, because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him, because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Penix going to sneak it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First
They
and
pick
10
it up
at
on
the
3rd and 1 on the
30-yard
quarterback
line.
sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it. I think we could easily read his mind there. There was just no place to go. Tried to bounce it and get outside on the draw.
Yeah, but the defense wasn't thinking pass. They knew that they were running it.
And I love the way that they covered all the gaps. You know, we can do all the lettering and the numbering and all of those things, but those run fits that we talk about all the time, each person fitting in the proper spot on defense, you see the end result when they do that.
It's a gain of 6.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball.
And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
His 2nd year in the league certainly didn't go the way that he thought it would. In fact, a lot of whispers around the team and around the league that maybe he was not going to be the guy. Ended up getting benched, took his time, watched the game, and then came back better than ever. 2nd year in the same offense with the same head coach should lead to an even bigger jump in year 3.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Young. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Young. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck.
The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
J.C. Horn on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss? It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Now Penix. Looking deep here for Mooney. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He'll get this complete to Sanders, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
A gain of
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Carolina.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now here's Young. And once again, this is Sanders.
Young's pass.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
He's tackled at the
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Young will set to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
1st down, Panthers.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
He was
credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throwing, Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
A gain of
that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First down.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now 2nd and 9. Young now. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now 3rd down and 7. Young to throw it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ah, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Bryce Young, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Falcons 3.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
26-yard line.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And looking to throw, Penix. Man open, that's Ray McCloud.
Penix's pass complete to Ray McCloud. That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That is caught. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw with Penix. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll go play action here with Penix. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Another Falcons.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run.
Bradley Pinion
following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 10. Young to throw it. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds. Incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
6 yards on the play.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Falcon football. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2nd and 7. To the air, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. They run the draw here with Robinson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looking to throw, Penix. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The
Possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
At their own 24-yard line.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
10 at the 24-yard line.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Young. Oh, he shifts past him. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Carolina.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here is Young. To the left side, he's got McMillan. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Panthers.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd and a couple. Right back to Hubbard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
He was brought down by
4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, this is Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The tackle made at the
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
4th down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Penix. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Tershawn Wharton in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That's complete to Chuba Hubbard. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got this down to the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First down, Carolina.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
At the 33-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Young. Forced out to his left. Young into the slide, and he's got a first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Young. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope.
For the extra point.
I like it. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Falcons 13.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Shifts by him. Another nice move. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now 2nd and 3. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Penix. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right, because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Brings up 2nd down at the 7-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
24-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they have regained the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Nifty move. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Panther first down.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Young. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jalen Walker. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Now here's Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Young now. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
The ball carrier.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And looking to throw, Penix. That's complete to Mooney. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
4 brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Throw left side, there's London. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at their 48-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll throw with Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36.
14 yards.
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The ball carrier.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Penix going to sneak it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
They'll go play action here with Penix. And he'll find McLeod on the right side, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
It's a gain of 11.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Toss play to Robinson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 14-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw, Penix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney from 8 yards out. And the Falcons are able to widen their advantage. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Falcons
so that
23,
one a 13-play drive in
14.
total. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Panthers about ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot.
33-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent effort defensively. Tackle for loss goes to Leonard Floyd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw, Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Third down, Young from the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
First down, Panthers.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game, and that continued with that first down run.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Young now from the 50. There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
Young's pass.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Young. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And a Panther first down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Carolina.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
At the 19-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now.
Falcons 23.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. A quick throw outlined to Mooney. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now motion left with Mooney. A play fake. Now Penix. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Penix. Now he's free at the 35. And he gets this one down to the 24. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's good for a Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on third, and then the tables turned. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Evades him at the 20. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
First down. First and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now motion left with Mooney. To the air, Penix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Bobby Brown in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Third down and 13. Here's Young from the shotgun. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by Christian.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Looking for London on the out route complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
No, and that is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Penix. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Penix. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the 1st down as well. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
1st down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down by
well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run,
Can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's Young. This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down, Carolina.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then
touchdown from 10 yards out. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score.
That time a 6-play drive.
Panthers
and the end
24.
result, a Panthers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. A great stop by DJ Wanham to back the offense up on that play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
65 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result. Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go, and in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Penix. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Young will set to throw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Young to throw it. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
34-yard line.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Young to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. 2nd and 6 coming up. Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
Young's pass.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Young. He'll find Thielen working the middle.
Young's pass.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Young to throw. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
He was taken down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second down, 8 yards to go. Now Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. The Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. A carry here for the big tight end. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First and goal, Carolina.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Here we go, first and goal. Here's Young. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Well, they had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles, and that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.